Hello, my fellow autistics. Okay. As I've done in all of my Twitter videos, my Twittios. Ugh, that's gross. I'm never doing that again. I'm going to do the inflection again because, I just love that inflection. I don't know why. Hello, my fellow autistics. Okay. So, today we are going to talk about Blautism and dating. Okay, let me get into this. So, not only am I blind and autistic, but I am also a lesbian. So, dating is even harder for me than it ordinarily would be for an allistic, sighted, straight female. Or at least even a bisexual female. I feel like I could be wrong on this, but I honestly feel like it's a little easier for the people who have a wider, because I feel like they have a wider dating pool, and that's wider, not whiter, before anyone thinks I'm being racist. That is wider, like wider. Okay, so being blind, I'm going to need my partner to take care of me for literally the rest of my life. In the sense of driving me places, in the sense of reading things if they're not in Braille or if they're not on the internet, in the sense of kind of describing the world for me. That's not a requirement, but I would love a partner who could do that. That would just be amazing. I wouldn't miss a lot of the world if I asked for a description of something and she was nice enough to give it. So, being blautistic, it comes with its own challenges. I have meltdowns over routine changes. I don't often go to different restaurants. I have different challenges. And then on top of all that, being depressed, so blautistic then, depressed, blind, lesbian, autistic, which is another one of my terms, makes things even harder just because being who I am, I need, and then if something feels tainted, that's another whole challenge with my whole possible OCD thing, and then my anxiety. So basically being me and dating is hard. So for those of you who are allistic and are considering dating an autistic person, here are 4 positives to consider and 4 negatives. Positives. Your autistic partner, their neurodivergence, or our neurodivergence rather, gives us, this, for example, my brain is very patternistic. And then I have a really, really shitty short-term memory. I'm not going to lie about that. But I can often remember, things that I've only heard once. I remembered my ex-partner's parents' names, and she was like, "What? I told you that, once." And she was so shocked. Or I can often remember, their favorite thing, or these are a few of my favorite things. Sorry, I just had to script. I just had to. So I can often remember, little things that would be inconsequential to someone else, but to my partner, they're probably very, very important. So that's positive number 1. Positive number 2, I don't care about social expectations. So my partner does not need to wear 1,000,000 pounds of makeup and a sexy hot dress, and we don't need to go to the freaking club, and hell, maybe I don't even want to go to the club because they're just loud. Ugh. Hashtag sensory overload. Hashtag hell no. Third, we are often, at least in my case, I don't like to use the word we because it's a very generalized thing. But me at least, oh my god, without fail, I yawn in these videos. Without freaking fail. Okay. So third one. I am often very, what's the word? I'm trying to find the word here. I can be very emotional with my partner. I don't know if this is an autistic thing or if this is just me, but if I love you until the end of my days. That doesn't fade unless you legitimately break me and things happen, that doesn't fade. I am as loyal as they come. And fourth positive thing, for those of us who have really practical special interests like tech or writing or whatever, we can often help our partners in those areas. Or like for some of us who their special interest might be math or whatever it may be. Like for me, tech is my special interest. One day I plan on learning how to fix physical computers. I do know how to do software really well, like fixing it. I don't know how to do coding, but I can fix like existing software, the ones that I'm trained in. And so my thing is, if let's just pretend my partner's Mac broke, I would most likely be able to fix like the software issue, and when I actually learn how to do hardware things, I'd be able to fix the hardware. All right, 4 negatives. And I hate talking about negatives because it's just, there's enough negativity. But for someone like me, a lot of us on the spectrum, from what I've learned, have, I believe it's like 60% of people on the spectrum have comorbid disorders, whether they be neurological or whether pause for stimming whether they be neurological, whether they be mental. So like for me, it's depression, it's anxiety, and it's possible OCD. One of my best friends said that I I don't know. She said certain things I'm not going into. Anyway. So a partner who wants to date an autistic person will have to make certain accommodations for the disorder, or for the, like for example, for my depression, I need my partner to hold me when I'm not okay. I need her to, for my anxiety, she needs to reassure me like a million times. I'm very impressionable, so she needs to, keep validating me and affirming me. And then I have like all these other things that are not comorbid with autism, or that are just my things, so that's another thing. And then like OCD, she needs to make sure things are clean and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Second thing, accommodations in terms of going out somewhere. So most people and their partners often go out to, clubs or restaurants with, with friends or whatever it may be. And I can do that for my partner if she needs me to, but she will also have to understand that we can't go to like giant nightclubs because sensory overload, and she'll have to keep she'll have to reassure me a little because social interaction is not my forte, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And so, that was the second one. So the third negative of being autistic, I am a stickler for routine. If we do something a certain way at a certain time and you change it, you will often see like, no, you don't do it that way, you do it this way, and it's like, it starts a whole damn chain reaction and she needs to fix it. The fourth negative of being autistic is the fucking stigma, which is ridiculous. Oh my god. Or like the whole like, oh, your partner's autistic? I'm so sorry. I hate that. I've never gotten it myself, but like, ooh, just the idea of it just pisses me off. If that ever actually happens to someone, let's just pretend that ever happened to me. Me being Blautistic, I'd be like, yeah, so what? I make her happy. Shit. Sorry, I just got really pissed about that. Well, the point being, so being Blautistic, or being autistic in general even, presents its own set of challenges and set of gifts and struggles to dating. And so my bottom line is, if you want to date an autistic, who the hell cares? We're still people. We have a different way of thinking, and a lot of times that is very beneficial. Yeah, sure, there are days where we're just like, oh, I hate the world and whatever the fuck, and whatever it may be. But And again, I'm sorry, I don't like to use that word. It's like the only language I can think of at the moment. But yeah, there it is. Blautism and dating. If you guys have any questions about this video, I can make a part 2, just as I can make a part 2 for any of my other videos. You can comment on here. You can tweet it at me. Again, my Twitter. Maybe I should link it. Maybe I should link my Twitter. Okay, you know what? I'll link my Twitter. I'll try to anyway. Okay. Bye.